Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is the Apple Watch Series 3. Let's look at some key differences and also what I like about the watch. I haven't upgraded from the Series 3 to the newer Series 5 solely because there isn't much which has changed. Talking about the Apple Watch, it is the best smartwatch you can own if you have an iPhone or not with the LTE model of the watch. Just like iOS, the watchOS is smooth, lag-free, unlike other Android smartwatches, for sure. I have the non-LTE version here, which works without an iPhone connected to it, but it will not sync till it's around the phone and connected to the iPhone. So whether you get the LTE version or the non-LTE version, the watch is still going to record your fitness and allow you to use all the apps irrespective of your iPhone being around or not. The ecosystem as we know it makes the watch experience seamless. It allows you to take calls and other functions like reply to messages directly from the watch. Now one can say that the Android watches also do the same tricks, but the Apple Watch does it a million times better. Compatible apps are installed directly on the watch when they are installed on your iPhone, which again is an ecosystem plus point. The watch bands are detachable, which are sold by Apple and third-party vendors as well. On the back of the watch you have some sensors like the heart rate sensor and other activity sensors. Apps like the calculator and other essentials are also pre-installed in the watch with watchOS 6. The fitness app details in calories burned through the day and workouts. The Apple Watch makes these rings of achievement versus goals, which splits into move, exercise and stand hours. For fitness freaks, the watch has a lot to offer. There are monthly and milestone challenges, which keep the encouragement high during an overall fitness. This all syncs with the iPhone with a dedicated app, which only installs in the phone once the Apple Watch is connected with the phone. There is a standalone heart rate app which does not do the ECG like the newer Apple Watches. Anyway, this is available in select countries, so you are not missing out on much. Though I don't wear the watch too tight, the heart rate has been pretty accurate. There are some more features like you can control your iPhone camera directly from your watch. Again, ecosystem. With the new watchOS 6, the watch has its independent app store, which allows the watch to be more capable without the phone, obviously through a Wi-Fi connection or if your watch is connected to the phone. Now I personally wouldn't ever go into the Apple Watch app store because the phone's app store is enough, and as I said earlier, whatever you install on the iPhone which gets replicated on the Apple Watch, which is really cool. By including the App Store on the watch, Apple has taken one more step into making the Apple Watch more powerful, which in my opinion is a good step towards wearable tech. You can choose a number of watch faces which are pre-installed. Believe me, you will not get bored of them, and these get updated with regular watchOS updates as well. So right from an activity watch face to a chronograph watch face, it's all there. We already spoke about the fitness app in the earlier part of the video, but let's take a deeper dive into the fitness app or the workout app. There are a lot of activities and workouts which you can choose from. Right from a stair stepper to hiking, finally going to swimming. The swimming workout is possible with the 50-meter water resistance of the watch, which is pretty impressive. Coming back to more workouts, it's a really long list which Apple has compiled. It even includes yoga and other activities or workouts which you would want to do. As I said in the earlier part of the video, the watchOS is completely lag-free. It is a pleasure using the watchOS. Now coming to the weather app, the watch has its own weather app which syncs with the iPhone and can be put on the watch face as well. You can even add weather conditions to the watch face. With not only being snappy, the watch has enough RAM to keep the apps in the app switcher. You can always delete the apps from the app switcher. The watch has its own contacts application as well, which is basically the phone application from the iPhone. The contacts allow you to make calls and create new text messages right from the watch, which is a real plus point. There are more apps like Find My Devices, music video controls, podcasts, and other such apps. The podcasts, including the Apple Music app and other audio apps on the watch. These make sense as the Apple Watch supports audio devices which can connect through Bluetooth. Like the iPhone, the Apple Watch also has a control center to toggle Wi-Fi, flight mode, even a walkie-talkie app which allows you to speak to other Apple Watch owners directly. You can even trigger the torch app, which basically lights up the watch screen. It also has some solid colors which it can display, even a flashing light. You can even put the watch on a silent mode through the control center. You can edit the amount of tiles you can have in this control center. My watch has all the tiles selected. Let me know in the comment section below if you keep your Apple Watch on loud or on silent. Now let's look at the Settings app. Settings app is very much like the iPhone's Settings app. You can adjust the sounds, set a passcode, and trigger more app-specific settings. The speaker on the watch isn't the best, but it gets pretty loud for such a small package. I use Siri to set reminders and check the weather once in a while on the Apple Watch. The watch also supports a race to wake feature for Siri. You can even trigger Siri through the digital crown. So now that's Siri for you. The battery of the Apple Watch is long lasting. It comfortably takes me into the second day along with heavy usage. The watch, as I said earlier, is the best smartwatch out there. You will not regret buying the Series 3 over the newer ones. That's all from me. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.